Hit refresh. Oh yes, sir. Look at that.
We are lit.
Houston trade.
We're gonna talk about that Houston trade, definitely.
Houston trade. You gotta make sure we're not lying though before we talk.
You said what?
I was just trying to see how to share this joint. I can see where I can click on it.
Y'all ready?
Yep.
Everybody good to go?
We good.
All right, let's get it going.
Yes, sir.
What's good, everybody? It's another segment of Raes podcast. First time that we're going live. This is about to be KOPY. What's good? What's good? Yeah, this is about to be a thing that we're about to keep going on for the future. So everything gonna be on Facebook, everything gonna be on YouTube, Twitch, and all other platforms. Right out the gate, before we talk about anything, the top of me, I don't know how it's popping up on your screen. The man that's eating the popcorn, that's Faise.
What's good?
Other man in the other teal blue shirt, that's Brandon.
What's good?
And then my man's that got on the Celtics hat. Don't know why, but you know.
No, we gonna take it there, man. Why you gotta wait till we go live to take it there? He had about 15 minutes before he even mentioned that. But we can go there. JWBC Elite.
Yes, sir. All right, that's Sherm right there. So, well, coming off the gate, something that popped off from the jump is the trade between Houston and the Wizards. John Wall is going to Houston. He's going to team up with DeMarcus Cousins, his old Kentucky teammate. And then Washington will get Russell Westbrook, and Westbrook is in the East, and he gets to be that point guard, with Bradley Beal. How you feel about it, Faise?
Man, I think it's a good and bad thing. So like, I don't know how Russ and Bradley Beal are going to work, just because Brad Beal just got used to being like a volume dude, you know what I'm saying, getting shots, getting numbers, getting touches, and now you bring in a guy who is going to ultimately play really, really hard. He's going to do what you ask him to do and be the ultimate competitor.
Mm-hmm.
But is he conducive with somebody else who needs the ball? And Bradley Beal can play off the ball. I think that's the one advantage that he has, is that he's probably one of the better off-ball teammates that Russell Westbrook has had, outside of probably Kevin Durant, because Kevin Durant can play off the ball. But like James Harden, Paul George, those dudes don't play off the ball very well. So I think that it could work. I don't think this elevates the Wizards, but so much. I think at best, if I do a quick rundown in my head, I think at best they come in 7th, 8th, maybe, and that's shooting it high. As far as the Rockets go, I think it helps them a bit because John Wall's pretty unselfish, and can go get his bucket. I think James Harden, it gives him a more time with the ball in his hands again, but also kind of spotting up, because Russie was only passing it to you if he ain't got nothing else to do. So that's the only time he's giving you that rock, which is cool because he's a dominant type dude. But at the same time, him and Harden just didn't mesh. And everybody's kind of big on Boogie. I'm not, just because I just don't know if he's going to return to that form. So if he returns to even half of what he was, they'll be solid. But they're still going to be missing quite a bit. I mean, they added Christian Wood and some other dudes. But overall, I think it's a loser's trade, because both teams are going to suck when it's all said and done. And I think that's just going to be it. I think at best the Rockets come in 5th, 6th, maybe. I think that's a stretch. And I think, like I said, the Wizards 7, 8 in that range at best.
We're going on to you, Brandon. How you feel about it?
I mean, I'm going to be real. I don't think any team gets significantly better, kind of what Faise is saying. The only way that I really see that this makes sense for the Rockets is that this is some kind of like insurance, to where James Harden's just like, I really want to leave here. Let me go. So if he does decide to leave and you can get some pieces, you still have potentially an all-star at your point guard position. and then you can get some pieces just depending on what you trade for Harden if you decide to. Mm-hmm. But I don't think this makes the Rockets over the Lakers, the Clippers, even the Nuggets for that matter. And I don't think the Wizards. I think the Wizards were going to make a jump this year because Wall was back, but I still don't have them going past the first or second round really. So, I mean, I think it's more to it, and we'll find out eventually. But I don't think anybody got significantly better from this trade.
Told you, losers.
Losers trade. Sherm, what's up with it?
Terrible trade on both ends. It's a terrible trade. Neither team is going to get better. Westbrook is going to go to Washington and did what he did in OKC. He's going to average some triple. He's going to get some triple doubles. The numbers are going to look great. The team will stink. And the same, John Wall ain't played since 2018. So what are we expecting from him?
All right, man.
Raw and uncut.
So look, I think overall it is the reason why I'm gonna say it's a loser's trade because they will not be on the same level with the Lakers or the Nets. Like I can just say that we can get that out the way. But for Washington, it's not like it is because Bradley Beal gonna get buckets just like how KD was gonna get buckets. But like now the East, other than the Nets are the favorite team because it's Kevin Durant and Kyrie, but they still have to go out there and play at the end of the day. Like we can't just say that they're just gonna go to the finals. We can't. I think they are, but they still have to play together. These two guys that we've never seen play together with a brand new coach. We have to see how they work. I think since the East is so wide open, they can get to the playoffs, and it wouldn't surprise me if they get to the second round. Wouldn't surprise me if they get to the second round. After that, it all determines who they match up with. For Houston, I think it keeps James Harden. I don't know if him and Harden – I don't know if Harden and Russ had a beef or anything like that. But it just depends on, like how you said, what Boogie does, how Boogie comes back.
Yeah. That's gonna make the biggest difference. Like
because now Houston has the size to play against, the Jokic, the Anthony Davis, they have the size because Christian Woods is good. Yeah, he is good. He was just playing in Detroit. Nothing's gonna go down in Detroit. And I think they got if I'm not mistaken, no, the Clippers got Luke Kennard. That was good for them. Yeah, the Rockets don't have him. The only thing they got was Christian Woods. So we just have to see how Boogie comes back. I think John Wall has something to prove. The West is the West. The Lakers are the clear-cut favorite, but other than that, I think for Houston, it just determines on Boogie. A loser's trade because I don't see either team going to the finals. That's what I'm gonna say is a loser's trade.
Why you got to keep throwing that the Lakers is going to fade?
I was about to say the same thing.
You have to keep throwing that in
because they are.
Let's talk about it, Ray.
But we don't need you to throw it in.
Ray, let's go ahead and get it over with.
I said for both sides though. I said from the East too. The East is open, and then for the West, I think so. We all don't agree that the Lakers are not the not favorite.
We all know they're the favorite.
What's good, Chuck? Okay. Ray, let's just go ahead and get the Lakers conversation out.
They are the favorite. They are the favorite.
Come on, Ray.
They are the favorite.
I know that's the Lakers. Let's get it out the way.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. All right. Sometimes we don't have to follow the script. Let's just talk about what it is.
Yeah, nah.
Ray want to do what we do.
Let's talk about it. I think they'll win it all again, unless
it's good, Dez.
Unless I think Dragic would have made a huge difference.
What's up, Chuck?
A big difference. But he wasn't healthy. I just don't think that they have anybody. One, LeBron is still playing out of his mind. Two, I'm not worried about the Bucks or nobody like that because anytime Chris Middleton is your second best player, you're not go. I've been saying that for a minute. If he's your second best player, you're not getting it so far. And it's no knock on him, but you're not. Drew Holiday is an upgrade from Bledsoe. That's an upgrade. But sure. Is it significant enough? No. The Lakers got better. I think they'll be a little harder to mesh just a little, not much, because I think Trez is okay with being a nice role player. I still think they got to get rid of somebody. I think you got to get Kuz out of there. That's just my personal opinion. I think you got to get him out.
Why do everybody have a problem? Like, why is it always something with Kuz? Like, for what though?
Because I think he's eventually going to start getting an attitude about, like, you got to think, he gets hit the hardest in the media, him and Danny Green. Danny Green's gone now. So he gets hit the hardest in the media. He probably has the highest expectation outside of LeBron and Anthony Davis. Now Trez takes some of that pressure off, but he has the highest level of expectation because there was a point in time where people were like, oh, y'all are tripping. Kuz and Jason Tatum are on the same level, or Kuz and Brandon Ingram on the same level because they were all in the same draft. Well, I think it's pretty obvious.
I'll be honest. I was one.
That's what I'm saying.
I'll be honest. When he was averaging 16 his rookie season, I was like, what's up with Kuz and Tatum? Like, Kuz doing better than Tatum, so I'll say that.
So now I think he's got that added pressure on top of playing in LA is never easy, you know. But now I think that he's going to pout a little bit probably, and I think he's going to do some money here in a little bit.
It's good, Doc.
It's got to be pretty soon, but at the end of the day, I think the Lakers will repeat. I'm not sure who they'll play yet. The only team out the West that I think can make a push at them was I felt like the Nuggets had the best chance.
I agree.
Just because I felt like you matched up with them so well, but I never liked the Clippers. Like I told y'all when we started all of this, I don't trust Paul George. Never have, never will. He's very talented. I think he's really good. And this whole thing is going to be like the bubble all over again. So dudes that can lock in and really hoop. Like dudes that can lock in. I was talking to one of my boys about this the other day. The most important thing, and I think Dame said something about it. Dame was like, it was easier to play in the bubble because you don't have to travel. You don't have a ton of distractions. You don't have that's for dudes that can really lock in and hoop. Some dudes need to go to that strip club at night and get loose. Like that's how they get their mind right. So I don't know. I don't see the Lakers losing. I just don't see it. So there you go, Ray. Wow. Damn. There you go.
Hey, you know, y'all said that he wasn't gonna do it this year. Did it this year, you know, and now all the stuff, Sherm, that you were saying that Rondo's too old and Anthony Green. Hold on, wait. Hold on.
I know you've been waiting for this moment.
Definitely.
Congratulations.
Definitely.
Like I said, you can never get me to bet on Kawhi and Paul George ever again.
Hey, strip club,
ever.
You're right.
Get the charger. I need the charger.
Hold on, though.
You can never get me to bet on them again. Go ahead.
Hold on, though. Let me, you know what I'm saying? They won last year. You know, they got the dub. You feel me? Got the chip. That was forward of things for Bron. But where I'm going at is, y'all said that they need to make some changes. That's what y'all said. They need to make some. I did not expect the Lakers to make these type of changes. I didn't. To get Schroeder, run up of 6 man, to get Montrez 6 man of the year, to get Marc Gasol, and to get Wesley Matthews. That's an upgrade. Yeah, like that's an upgrade. Like Rondo's still good, but you know
this may be the best team. This may be the best team.
No, for sure. Scratch whatever I said before our last year team. This is LeBron James' best team. Yeah, scratch. Yeah.
That was my whole argument. Ray wants to pick and choose. That was my whole argument. That team was not as good as you was promoting them to be. That was my whole thing.
He said, "Face what you smacking on, man."
Yeah,
that team was not as good as you projected them to be. And again, I can't take it away. I'm not going to sit here and argue because they won, so there's nothing to argue about. But they was not as good as you were saying they were, Ray. At all. That wasn't his best team that he ever played on by far.
I felt like that was LeBron James' best team because he had a big man. That was the first time he had a solid big man, center.
That's because in Miami, they turned the big man into a stretch forward.
Chris Bosh was always a power forward, though. He wasn't a center. That's always been my argument, though. I just said because he finally has a center.
Was Chris Bosh not solid?
I don't know. Chris Bosh was solid. He was.
Yo, and not on top of that. Let's talk about this. I'm sorry, fellas. I had to plug this on. But you're gonna act like Kevin Love wasn't a 2020 machine before he got to LeBron? Man, like
definitely he was a 20. Definitely was a 2020.
They made him into the same thing they made Chris Bosh into a stretch four.
Okay, so he was the main focus. He was the main focus in Timberwolves. But you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. There's no need to argue about that. They won a championship.
We need to discuss certain things.
Hey, hold on. Somebody just commented. Rick just commented. 80 is his best team ever.
Whoever it is, you're drunk.
Yeah, he's not better. He's not better than Dwayne Wade. Let's stop.
You don't think he?
Dwayne Wade. Let's not.
Ray. But I got a question. For the whole panel, everybody listening, because I think this is something we need to consider.
Oh,
and I know it's a little premature. Listen. No, it's not where you think it's going. But it's a legitimate question, and I don't usually like jumping the gun. But is Bron about to three-peat?
Oh, I was getting to that. Don't say nothing. I was coming right at Sherm for that one. That was coming right at. I generally wanted to see where he was going to say.
You want my honest opinion?
Yes.
As long as he's taking the stuff.
Chill.
As long as he's taking the stuff. And Clutch Sports is his own, where he can use the loophole, because I always say that he's the only player in any sports history to ever have their own sports agency while being an active player
and pick their own team. Yeah, that's crazy.
Exactly. So he may.
I think he will.
Need to know what everybody watching thinking. If you watching this joint, leave a comment.
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah. Do you think? The question is, do you think LeBron would three-peat? But
if he doesn't get hurt, if
he doesn't get hurt, Faise. Rick said to your comment when you said that he's tripping about Anthony Davis, his best team ever. He said what? So why do you think Anthony Davis is not LeBron James' best?
Okay, so I need my man Rick to understand that there's a difference between most talented teammate and best teammate. So that's not the same thing. So Anthony Davis might be the most talented player that he's played with, and talent has to do with your freakish ability. Like, he's a 7-foot shooting, handling, size, whatever you want. But as far as an individual player, who will go down as the third greatest shooting guard ever, that's Dwayne Wade. He has never played with anybody that's. If Anthony Davis's career ends right now, he's not a first ballot Hall of Famer. Is he a Hall of Famer? Yes. Is he first ballot? Where they hands down, he's getting in. Ain't no questions asked. They're not doing that. It's going to be some discussion, and you're going to be able to line people up in front of him and say, yeah, he's getting in before him. Dwayne Wade, there's not going to be anybody that you can name and we're going to put him in before we put him in. Not happening. So, except KOPY. So that's about it.
That is facts, though.
So talented, yes. Is he his most talented? I don't know if he's his most talented. I mean, I think he probably is his most talented. But
see that comment?
Maybe can be top power forward ever. So no. Nobody's touching Tim Duncan. Let's just go ahead and get that out there right now. Let's get that out there. Right.
You came at him. Before you say that, the question that you asked Brandon, Devontae Taylor, that's Tay. He said it's possible for Bron to go through Pete, and then Rick said as long as he keep AD. Now
I agree with that.
Now back to the only reason why Rick, that Faise is not going to agree with you because he's a Tim Duncan fan, and so you just set yourself up for that one.
But I will say this: I will go on record saying this: if Bron wins this year, he's above Tim. And I ain't got nothing to say. I really ain't got nothing to say. And I only
above Tim.
So the level of dominance. I don't want to say dominance. The level of consistency, because it hasn't been dominance. It's been consistency. His level of consistency will then reach Tim Duncan-esque. Because Tim Duncan played 20 years, he got 5 rings. Right? So that basically means you get a ring every 4 years. I don't know if y'all think about that for a little bit. Your whole career, and you basically get a ring every 4 years. Like you're guaranteed to get
so, brother Chris.
When Bron touches that in the same breath, then I can't. I gotta concede, bro. I can't act like it's not there. So
hey, Sherm, you see what Chris said? 3P loading.
Hey, look. Hey, like I said, and I forgot to add allegedly to whatever I said. But hey,
yeah, sir, don't get a suit.
We're not trying to shut Ray podcast down, man. We're not trying to do that. So allegedly, so it is what it is, man. Like I don't have everything is in line for it to happen, and as long as he stay healthy, it's possible. It's possible as long as you stay healthy.
I see my dog.
I want Brandon to speak on this. Brandon ain't saying nothing in a minute. Rick said, so what if AD win 5 rings with the Lakers? Then what? Will it be a top?
Go ahead, B.
What's up? How you feel about that, B?
Well, damn, if James Harden go win 6, he up there with Mike, ain't he? That's a big if. If he wins 5 rings with the Lakers, and let's say he gets 2 to 3 Finals MVP, then I guess you got to consider him for the top at the 4th spot. But that's a big if. And right now, LeBron's still looking like he's the best player on that team. When Tim came in the league, he pretty much snatched that thing from David Robinson.
Thank you.
Yeah, and Chris, Faise is tripping right now. Ron is
Faise really think that. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if you changed it because he won his 4th ring, but Faise didn't have LeBron James in his top 5. I just want to let everybody know that's watching right now.
Correct.
It is still like I don't know if that changed. Is he in your top 5 now because he has 4, or he's still 60?
He teeter-totters daily from 5 to 6. He teeter-totters daily from 5 to 6.
If Tim Duncan went to UNC or Duke, Faise wouldn't even have him in the top 15.
So it's just a bias thing.
What you mean? I got Mike at number 1?
Well, that's just because, baby, you can't deny that. You can't deny that.
Touche.
All right, so we gonna move along to something else. Let's talk about the Clippers. That's what I'm gonna speak on. Los Angeles Clippers.
These dudes.
We already knew they blew the 3-1 lead last year. Sherm, Doc is gone, so you can't come at Doc anymore because he in Philly. We'll get to that. They lost Montrez. Montrez signed with the neighbors, with the Lakers now, but they picked up Serge and they got Luke Kennard. How do you feel about the offseason moves, and will they get to the Western Conference Finals this year, or did they just blow it up?
No. No. And Serge is a career underachiever. And I mentioned this before, because even before DeMar DeRozan was traded, Helm and Kyle Lowry, they got all the blame, but Serge was getting all that money, and he never, ever showed up in the playoffs. Not going to get me to trust a bunch of soft guys. And that's what the Clippers proved to me. Ray, you know me. You know my style. I'm not going to trust a bunch of soft guys, because that's what they are. And people might not like what I'm about to say, but yeah, Kawhi too. As talented as he is, he's not a leader.
Okay.
He's not going to rile the guys up in the locker room. He's not going to say, look, get on my back. And Faise, everybody play ball. Sometimes your best player got to be that guy that say, you know what? I can't just show you by example. If we go to that next level, y'all got to have my mentality.
I don't know if there's a team
bored to what I'm saying.
I don't know if there's a team on a pro level, not to cut you off, Sherm, but so yeah, I definitely want you to get back to what you're saying. This is just to agree. I don't know if there's a team on a professional level whose best player isn't their most vocal. Like, I don't know if that's – I don't – think about any NBA championship you can think of. Yeah. Like, I don't know if that, I don't know if anybody is – I can't think of any team in any level like –
well, let me ask you this. What about Tim?
Bro? Who?
When Tim Duncan was there, what about Tim?
But Tim Duncan was still vocal.
So I'm just asking a question.
Tim didn't give the media what they wanted as far as personality, but he was vocal in the locker room.
And here's the difference with Tim too. So all that stuff came out today about Paul George and Kawhi, like Kawhi living in San Diego and them getting special treatment and him being late to practice. And if he couldn't get to practice till 5, they'd practice at 6, like, and all that kind of stuff. Greg Popovich comes out and says all the time, the reason why we were so good is because Tim Duncan let me coach him like he was the water boy. Yeah, and he cussed me. I could cuss him out. I can sit him down and call him whatever I wanted. I could tell him he's the worst player in the gym. He looked me in my face, say, yes, sir, and do what I asked him to do. Kawhi clearly isn't doing that. So that's just the difference. Like, I think that's what makes the difference between leaders. So it doesn't always
Hey man, you coming in the podcast saying we in the salad. Come on, man.
Come on,
that's no copy, man. Come on.
You must be a rapper thing. One of them dudes coming back who got mad.
What up, boy?
But yeah, that's all, man. He's a leader. And sometimes I don't think Kawhi leads by any way but his play. Like, so clearly he's not the easiest to coach, and clearly he butted heads with management or whoever in San Antonio as well. So clearly there's a little backstory there. Like, there's a little bit of when did you ever hear a negative thing about Tim Duncan? When have you ever heard a negative thing about LeBron and about, he fussing at his coach? Well, he talked back a little, sure. He's earned that. But Kawhi Leonard didn't stay in Toronto, right? So clearly he didn't get what he wanted there. Comes to LA, this coaching stuff comes out about how other players are like, well, we used to have to change practice times and all this stuff for him. And then he butted heads in San Antonio. So there's only one common denominator with everywhere we go right now, and that's with him. So, Troy Rees. That's my boy right there, man. Troy Rees.
All right, but so with the Clippers though, I think they went back. I think they went so far back. Serge is. I see people trying to say like Serge is an upgrade to Montrezl. I mean, I can understand why you say that because Serge in his career, but I used to talk bad about, well, not bad, but I used to just say about Trez. When I always used to say the Clippers had a better team, I used to say he need one year in the playoffs. Now I thought after this year he was going to be back with the Clippers, and I thought the Clippers would possibly be ready to play the Lakers, but now he's playing with LeBron, so now his game's going to elevate even more, and he has experience. The Clippers went so far. The Clippers went back. They didn't do nothing this offseason. The beat that you messed up, blew the 3-1 lead. The West is only going to get harder now because Steph is back. Steph is back.
I don't even think that move was not even so much. They took the hard. It was two dudes when you looked at that team and said, all right, Trez got hard. And Patrick Beverly got hard.
Beverly, yeah.
And I always said the two toughest dudes on your team can't be role players. I've always said that.
Yep.
Yeah, that's always been your
argument. They took the hard. They took the hard. They done. They took the hard. They're done.
Yeah.
All right. So now that everybody's back in the West, I mean, now that Steph is back, the Warriors still gonna be a problem. And they just signed Kelly Oubre. We saw the moves from the Blazers. Where you got the Clippers at in the top 8? I really think they're going to be fighting for 5th to 6th. I think the Mavericks going to be better than them this year.
You can fight for 5th or 6th all you want. But if you're not winning no chip, all those numbers don't mean nothing. In my opinion. I don't care what rank, what seed you get. They're done.
I think they come in. I think they come in probably I 5-6 is probably right. I don't know. I think they'll be better than the Rockets. I think they'll be better than the Spurs. I think the Spurs was making a push. They just weren't healthy. They always just managed to find a way to be solid.
Irv said they might be fighting for AFC.
Nah, they won't be that bad. They won't be that.
I mean, the West, the Pelicans good too, as long as Zion and them boys, and they got Bledsoe, they got George Hill. I'm just saying though, like it's a lot of people.
It's been put out there that they can be beat. Honestly, and what I'm saying again, I'm just gonna give it to you straight. I know that they have been put out there that they're soft.
Yeah.
So it's out there. So I want to put it past them being an AFC because it's out there that they're soft and they can't face adversity. It's just been put out there.
That man, Paul George. I'm guessing this was. I don't know if this was shade coming at. Oh, hold on now.
Cornell, you tweaking, boy.
When they say Pelicans are either 3 or 4. Oh, Troy, no copy. That's not happening. That's not happening.
I'm not rolling with that one.
Troy, you must have been golfing before this. Troy must have been golfing before this. Had him a couple. But Troy's tweaking.
I don't know. I'm guessing this was shade coming at Doc Rivers, but today the episode came out on All the Smoke. Paul George was saying that Doc Rivers was trying to use him like J.J. Redick and Ray Allen, like doing pin downs and shoot threes. He said that's not his game. Yeah. He needs to have the ball more. So being that he's talking like that, now he got Tyronn Lue. He got now he's going to be able to play his game. Are we going to see that playoff P? I don't know why he call himself that. I need to see something more for that. But are we going to see that?
Pandemic P.
Playoff P. Did you see playoff P last time?
I said pandemic P.
Yeah, he almost broke the backboard when they was playing there.
Chris said Suns and the Pelicans make the playoffs too. Clips looking like 6th to 8th seed, 5th being the best bet.
I don't know if the Suns make the playoffs.
Nah, Suns gonna make the playoffs.
I don't know, man.
Suns gonna make the playoffs. Suns are gonna make the playoffs.
I don't know.
You can stamp that right now. They're gonna. I'm not saying they're gonna be high. Like
who are they making it over? That's my only question. Who are they making it over? I can't name a team that they've beaten that they making it over. That's what I'm saying. That's the only reason why I say that.
They can make it over Utah.
No.
That might be their best bet.
I think they can make it over Utah.
No.
The Blazers got better.
I'm being for real. I think they can make it over Utah.
Didn't Utah add somebody too? Did they add somebody?
No, they didn't add anybody. They added Derek Favors. They brought him back.
Oh, they got Derek Favors. Now, Derek Favors was killing for New Orleans, though. I didn't know they got
understand
Derek
that.
If
Memphis, yes. I like Memphis. That's the only
thing. Hold on, though. Well, Donovan just said Suns will replace OKC. I'm guessing nobody didn't say that, Donovan, because we're already assuming that the Warriors are going to get in. I don't know if I can speak for everyone.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I get you, Donovan. I get you. Yeah, I guess he's saying they swap out with OKC, but that's what I'm saying. So you got Lakers, Clippers, Rockets, Mavs, Nuggets, Blazers, Jazz. I'm missing somebody. Memphis.
It's got to be the Jazz.
No, Memphis didn't. But Memphis didn't make it last year, though.
I know. Yeah. I'm just naming teams though. Memphis, San Antonio, and New Orleans.
They're better than the Spurs.
The Suns are better than the Spurs. The Suns are better than Memphis. And
are they better than the Spurs?
Yeah, bro. CP3 is gonna have DeAndre Ayton going crazy. He's already
CP3. He's gonna bring about 10 or 15 more wins to that team.
I can agree with that, but like, is
just put like this? Just put like this. The Suns never had a point guard. Devin Booker never really had a point guard.
So that's going to take some adjustment.
I want to ask you.
Well, disrespect to Ricky Rubio. Yeah, Rubio, but I'm just saying, like, a point guard. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that right there.
I want to ask you a question. I want to ask everybody a question. How good is Golden State? Just take Steph and Clay. Well, Clay is already out of the equation.
Yeah, that sucks.
Good are they? Like we just expecting them to come back, and how good are they?
Golden State will be fine.
Golden State be fine.
I like the moves they made.
Golden State be fine.
Golden State is fine.
I like Kelly Oubre.
With the defense totally focusing on Steph, they will be fine.
Steph gonna average
James
35.
Wiseman
He
is
did
a
that.
problem.
He did that with all the talent around him. Because
James Wiseman is a problem.
They also got 2 wings on the side that can get 20.
Yeah, Andrew Wiggins and Kelly Oubre can go. Kelly Oubre is very serviceable for what they need him to
That's
be.
solid. That's solid as hell.
And then we'll finally see Andrew Wiggins with them too. Hopefully, he got something to prove.
Then
There's a lot of talent there.
You got
not big on him, but
the Warriors might not make the playoffs. I'm saying it now. Not I know Charles. They might not make the playoffs.
On that, sir? Can we quote you on that?
Quote me on it. And Ray, you know what Ray always say? I got the video.
I got the video.
Kurt would not make the playoffs.
Yeah, CP, we hit that. We hit that. It was a losers trade, CP. That trade was for losers. There's 2 toothless dogs fighting over a bone. That's what that trade was.
So we're gonna quote you right now that you saying that the Warriors not gonna make it.
They might not even make the playoffs.
Man, Warriors gonna be in that top 6.
But you want me to tell me with a rookie center that just get dunks and I'm not. You're not going to sell me on Wiggins. You're not going to sell me on that at all.
I agree.
I'm with you on that, Sherm, but he could very well end up being the 3rd option, though. He not asked. Well, he might be asked to be the 2nd option, but Kelly Oubre is very good.
That's what I'm saying. Oubre cold.
I didn't like the Suns got rid of him at first, but I kind of understand getting a guy like
who else is on that roster.
Oh, they still got Kevin Looney, Kevon Looney.
He's just average 3 guys that average over 18.
Kevon Looney.
Yeah, we're not about to just downplay Steph.
I said take Steph out of the equation.
I didn't know they signed Brad Wanamaker.
Huh?
That's like asking about the Lakers and saying let's take LeBron out of the equation.
But we can do that now because they have a team. They have players around them.
But they dropped significantly though. If the Lakers don't got LeBron, they're easily not top 6 in the West.
All right, my point is, it's already been proven that if
I got you.
Let me say, if you're allowed to bump Steph, if you're allowed to triple and double team him and bump him, pull on him or whatever, he's gonna get his, but he's not changing the game. He can change the game with his shooting, yes. Don't get me wrong. He can change the game with his creativity. But he don't have those pieces around him no more.
They signed
he don't
Kent
have to
Bazemore.
play. Huh?
I don't know.
They signed Kent Bazemore and Brad Wanamaker.
Brad Wanamaker. They got a nice little backup.
Got a nice little backup.
Yeah, they got some backups.
They do.
Serviceable.
Kent Bazemore is nice. He can hoop for him being a road.
Warriors may not make the playoffs.
I'm not.
I don't know what you're saying because the West is so loaded. I just wouldn't bet on it. Like I couldn't gamble on that. I couldn't make a for sure statement.
We're gonna get to the East right now. We're gonna get there.
Troy
Rees.
I'm on.
I mean, Utah is the only team I feel like that they picked up Derek Favors, but I don't think that was good enough just because of all the talent that's coming in the West.
Why Utah though? Utah has 2 All-NBA dudes.
And are they 2 All-NBA guys cool? Legit question. I don't know.
Yeah, they cool. They cool.
Does it matter?
They cool.
They gonna
think so. Look at the Clippers. No. That's you, buddy. That's you.
The reason why I say this, and I really I know he's a great NBA player. He's a professional. But I don't really trust Joe Ingles. I don't in the West.
I get that.
So I feel like that's the weakest link for when they have to play against teams in the West.
I think Bogdanovich would have been better if they would have kept him. I would have kept them instead of Ingles.
You say kept who?
Bogdanovich or whoever it was that went to Indiana.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I would have kept him instead of Ingles.
Wait, he's in Indiana now?
No,
he's been in Indiana.
No. He was at Indiana. No, he got hurt last year. Oh,
yeah, he was in Indiana, and before he got hurt, he was averaging 21.
No,
where's he at now? Where's he at now?
Indiana. He was at Utah. He got hurt at Utah. No, he's with Indiana. No, he was with Indiana before he went to Utah.
Oh, so I got it backwards.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about it. Never mind. Hold on. Oh, I don't know. Never mind. I don't know. Now I have to take back what I said. Now.
Yeah, he was averaging 20.
So he's with you. I don't know, Sherm. You got a good argument.
He's with the Jazz. He's with Utah.
He's with the Jazz. He got hurt this season.
So he was with Indiana first.
Yeah.
He
averages 22. So
I was about to say the Jazz the Pacers might be cold if he was in Indiana, but
they got a solid. But I don't know. It's just something
Come
about
on,
Utah.
Irv.
You say he's another no back. But
go ahead.
Let's move on to the East though. Let's talk about the East. The Bucks.
Who's winning the East? I don't know.
Well, yeah, we'll get to that one, but let's just give respect to the team that went to the finals. Will Miami get back to the finals? Because there are a lot of people around the league saying, yeah, you can throw that up all you want to. But same way I used throwing up the claw too. But nah, a lot of people
still throw up the claw, baby. Don't get it twisted. That's my guy.
Yeah.
But so is Jimmy though.
But a lot of the teams were feeling like they got to the finals this year lucky. Like it was luck for them. Somebody said Washington winning the East with Westbrook. LOL. I know that had to be a joke, Al. I know that had to be a joke.
We'll
I know that had to be a joke. But can Miami get back to the finals?
I don't know.
Sherm, what's up with it? Can Miami get back to the finals?
No.
Don't disrespect, Sherm.
No, and no. They had a good run during the stretch where they were the most prepared team in the bubble. And that's just it. That's it. They're going to still make the playoffs. They're going to still make a run. They're going to still be a headache, but it's over. It's over. They added Bradley, Avery Bradley. It's over, bro. It's over. All right. Okay, so give them the credit. Give them the credit and love they need. But Jimmy Butler,
yes,
he's a dog.
Should have kept Jay Crowder.
Yes, to both of y'all, Travoy and Sherm.
Nah, he's a dog, but Jay
Crowder plays for the Suns.
Play for the Suns. That's what I'm saying, man. I don't want to go back to the West, but
we can go back to the
East. Yeah, we're gonna stay in the East.
I got you though. I got you.
Yeah, but it's over. It's a wrap, man. It's a wrap. They had their run. Respecting Jimmy Butler because he's the guy that you always want to go to war with, but he need another guy to take them over, and he's the only guy in that team that will take them over. He needs somebody else.
What about a healthy Bam?
Yeah, healthy Bam is an all NBA dude. All NBA.
What about a healthy Bam?
But he's not ready. He's not ready. Look how.
I agree with Sherm.
Look how long it took LeBron to be ready.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, he's not ready. That's why I'm saying, even with don't give me the story about the Warriors because those
hell no, Sherm.
Rattle is not ready.
I mean, Irv, hell no. Keep Kyrie where he's at. Ready.
I don't know if he needed Kyrie.
No, keep Kyrie right.
Yeah, I know Kyrie, my guy, but it's a different dynamic.
All right, so we had to pay respect. Well, wait, Chris just said I think the Nets would be legit, and Bucks adding Drew will hurt the Heat chances of making the finals. Okay, so now we'll go on to the next thing since you brought it up, and I agree with you too, Chris. We'll talk about the Nets now. Obviously, I think we all can agree they're going to the Eastern Conference Finals and possibly favored to go to the finals. Agree, disagree?
I gotta see. I'm not gonna claim anything on them until I see KD play. I can't. I gotta see KD play. But if he is remotely close to what he is, then yes. But if he's not, because so it took Rudy Gay a little minute to get back to where he is now. But like Rudy Gay is good now. Now is he borderline all-star like he was before? No. But
he used to get Brown
he's
fits.
good. Yeah, but he's good, right? So I don't know if I guess Kevin Durant. So Rudy Gay's ceiling is like here, and then Kevin Durant's ceiling is up
of course,
here.
Gotta be.
Yeah. So if he can get back to closer to his ceiling the way Rudy Gay did, then yeah, I think there'll be at least Eastern Conference Finals. Hey, here's another thing though, and this is just come from a coaching aspect. I just don't know how good of a teammate Kyrie Irving is, and it's no knock on him. I don't think he's a bad teammate. I think he's just a hard dude for some people to get along with. So I don't know. I don't know.
Hey, Al, I was gonna let him finish.
Man, I'm talking about the injury, man. I'm not talking about
I don't think that Achilles is gonna hurt KD as much as it has other players in the because
he's more skilled.
Yeah. He's very skilled. And he's 7 foot. So it's not like he's a 6'6" guy or a 6'2" guy.
Yeah.
Achilles and is trying to, still use his athletic ability. He's as athletic as anybody on the court.
That's true.
At 7 foot with the guard skills.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. I did not want them to trade for James Harden because I feel like they have a good supporting cast.
It would have been the worst game, the worst trade ever.
They have a great supporting cast with Karis LeVert and Spencer Dinwiddie, and they have Jared Allen, who I think Jared Allen can be an all-star in his career at one time. I don't know when it will be, but I think he can be that type of player. But a person that they added that the media nobody's not telling everybody about is Jeff Green. They picked up the Nets have Jeff Green.
I rock with Uncle Jeff.
Yeah, he's solid. He's always been solid throughout his career, but he had misfortunes.
Can I talk?
Solid.
Go ahead, B.
Can I talk about Harden real fast? I agree that the Nets are deep and like Dinwiddie, LeVert is nice, but if the Nets get James Harden, cancel it. It's over with. It's over.
I'm with you. But go ahead, B.
I'm telling. If James Harden was to go to the Nets, I don't think it's gonna happen. But you tell me what at any point in NBA history did 3 guys that good team up and it didn't work?
LeBron, Wade, Bosh.
Did they not repeat?
That was Bron's fault.
Yeah, did they not repeat? Did they not go to 4 straight finals?
You know why? I don't think.
I agree. Hey, Face, I agree with you on the Dallas one. That's it.
Yeah,
that's Bron's fault.
It would
my boy was Finals MVP. But go ahead.
It would not work because Kyrie is a 2 guard stuck in a point guard's body. Like so, they James Harden is not going to come down and do the. with KD and Kyrie sitting on the wings, he's not gonna do that. The only way. Let me finish. The only way it will work, and he can do it if he wanted to change his game, if James Harden would change into what Ray Allen changed then to fit in with Boston and Miami and be a spot-up shooter. That's the only way it will work.
I think you put James Harden. I think you let James Harden run the 1. That's what I do.
He dribbles too much. He's too much of a one-on-one player.
Hey, Sherm, we wasn't saying to you. He said give him 3 people that never worked before, and Al said Barkley and the Dream.
I got to take that back. I thought Brandon said that did work. That's why I mentioned LeBron, Wade, and Bosh. I thought you said that did work. I didn't know you said that didn't work.
It didn't work. Yes, that much talent combined on one team, and I'm gonna give Al the benefit of the doubt because he said LOL. Carl, Kobe in the glove. Come on, dog.
Yeah, that wasn't no glove. That was a rusty mitt.
But he's not. But here's the thing.
The glove did his thing in a couple more years in Miami.
This is what I was going to say, because a lot of people forget Karl Malone was hurt a lot that year. He was hurt. Malone was hurt a lot.
But Donovan said Eagles were getting away. I will agree with that. But my main thing is you go after James Harden. Huh?
Who's ego? Who?
Well, we got three guys. You know what I'm saying?
No, Ray.
Barkley,
who's ego?
I'm not saying it. I think you want me to say it, but I'm not saying it. I can't go out like that.
Who's ego?
Somebody said Barkley's dream and Olajuwon didn't work. It worked. They just ran into that guy. Barkley's dream and
Thank you, Troy Nell.
Clyde, that worked. I mean, Olajuwon, that worked.
Barkley was about 40 pounds overweight.
Who? No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. Go back and check this.
No, he did. You're right, Sherm.
Go back and check. Right. He was in. He averaged. Go check his average during that series.
Hey, Irv said too. He said he feel like Harden gonna bump heads with Kyrie, like how he did with Westbrook.
They're the same type of player.
My thing. This is my argument to it. I understand why you thinking it would be crazy, it would be godly, and not be having James Harden, Kyrie Irving, and Kevin Durant in the same team. And I'm not gonna say and argue with that because they're all like, who's gonna guard them? My thing is though, to win a championship, you need a team. So if you're gonna trade all those guys, Karis LeVert, Spencer Dinwiddie, like Jared Allen, first of all, you're giving up a big man who plays defense, who's a rim protector for sure on anybody in the league. He blocked everybody.
You have another one.
You got DeAndre Jordan, yeah, but what if DeAndre? Let's throw it's a big man position. You feel me, a center position, and then you're gonna give up Karis LeVert and Spencer Dinwiddie. Like that's buckets. And who's gonna play defense? Who's gonna play defense? And it's not in the East. Hold on, wait. In the East, you feel me? It's wide open. It's not like how we don't know who's gonna win the East, even though we're agreeing and saying that the Nets, because Kevin Durant, we think Kevin Durant's gonna come back as KD with Kyrie, but they still have to go out and play. Giannis got Drew. Miami, they got their pieces going on in there. You feel me? Raptors are the Raptors, and then the Celtics are the Celtics.
And I was about to say Boston.
I want to comment.
We didn't even talk about Boston yet.
Boston,
that's the thing.
Boston, and the difference between Boston not making it to the finals, and the Clippers not making it, or even getting to that level.
The vibes, Herb.
But it's because of the fact that they should have won. Boston should have won. They just had misfortunes. They didn't just flat out choke. They didn't choke. They didn't show mental weakness. Clippers, that's why I'm not buying the Clippers. They showed that they was mentally weak.
Sherm. The Celtics lost because that man had to put Gordon Hayward back in. You should have never put that man back in the game. He should have let that man stay out. And you see who ended up
leaving. That was his guy.
And what else? And what else, Faise? Don't say half of the story.
Kemba had some bad games, but Kemba also showed up, not all the time. But here's the thing, what I be trying to tell people.
Bam looked like Shaq. Go ahead.
He did look like Shaq for a little while, like 96 Shaq. But here's what people got to understand. When you got two elite wings, so Jaylen Brown he's not like Jason Tatum elite, but he's very close. And then you obviously got Jason Tatum. You try to bring in another dude that's used to averaging 20, and you still try to throw him out there, like he's not going to go get his. And your players are doing what you ask them to do and buying into your system and passing and sharing the ball, with the exception of Marcus Smart taking them dumbass shots all the time. But
we're not about to act like Marcus Smart won't go crazy.
He went crazy one game against the Warriors.
Hey, who comes off the bench for Boston this year?
Marcus Smart.
No, Marcus Smart start this year, don't he?
You saying
Kemba Smart, Brown, Tatum, and Tristan, or whoever.
No, Thies, whatever his name is, Thies.
That's it.
They lost that kid though, right? Then he signed somewhere else.
Nah, Thies is still there. Tice.
They lost Gordon.
They lost
Wanamaker.
they lost Gordon. They lost Cantor. They lost Ojale, and they lost Wanamaker. They signed Tristan, Jeff T, and then they got their draft picks.
Oh, I guess Peyton Pritchard, bum ass. Excuse me, sorry.
Why you coming at Peyton for like he's not good, man?
He's okay. He's okay.
Oh, hey, well, hey, they might play Taco more.
Ain't nobody care about that. Don't nobody care about that. I like Taco Man, but nah, nobody care.
Peyton Pritchard, who I think they're gonna play Carson Edwards though. I think they like him.
Yeah,
I think they like him a lot.
He was in the G League, and then they got Tremont Walters. He was G League MVP. So he might.
Let's talk about Ray. Let's talk about who Ray had coming out the East last year.
Oh, we definitely can talk about it. We definitely. Hold on. You brung it up. Al said Taco Tuesday. But we definitely can talk about it. For everybody that's in here, my prediction was the Lakers versus the 76ers, and I had the Lakers to win the championship. Yes, Ben Simmons got hurt, so if you want to laugh at me on that, that's fine. I don't care. You can say what you say, Sherm. I know what you about to say. Don't matter if he was there or not.
Yeah, nothing was going to change.
I feel like you can't come at me on my prediction because their all-star point guard got hurt, so that's fine. That's fine. That was my prediction. Their point guard wasn't there, and they got swept. That's what happened.
Yes, Chris.
Tatum will be top. He ain't never. I don't think he'll be top 5. But he definitely will be top 10. He's gonna be top 5. Top 5 gonna be hard to crack.
Yeah, top 5 gonna be
that's gonna be hard to crack. He gonna but top 10, yeah. Top 5 now.
Al said, "Boy, stop."
Joel,
yeah, it's your boy. I don't know what he was thinking, boy.
He said,
like,
and they got my boy. They got my boy.
He was
Danny
standing on it too. He was standing on that section.
But the thing was, that was my prediction before the season started. That's what I do. Whoever I feel like that's going to go to the finals in the beginning of the year, no matter what happens, I'm sticking with my prediction. So that's how I am. Even if a pandemic happened and Ben Simmons got hurt, Brandon, look, you could go back on our episode. Brandon said, Brandon said, Ray, are you going to change your pick? I said, I can't change it. I got to ride with him.
I feel like under certain circumstances, you can say, okay, I know they're not going to make it. Like, I'm going to change my pick. Like, I feel like you should have a preseason, and then you should have one right before the postseason.
Nah, you don't have to change the pick, but sometimes you got to say, you know what? It was the wrong pick. And that's it. You don't have to change it.
But, I mean, if it was the wrong pick and it wasn't an injury, I'm not going to say that.
That's
just me.
Same old Ray.
No, but I can accept that if I'm wrong, of course I can. But Ben Simmons got hurt, so I feel like, all-star point guard wasn't there. And that's just how it is.
We all had bad takes last year because Lord knows them Clippers hurt my heart.
It took me about a month to get over it.
I definitely had to.
I'm not even a Clippers fan.
So
he said, Alphonse said Joel's still a teddy bear. And then Al said Simmons looking like LeAngelo Ball. Since Brandon, you transit.
Huh?
Since you
LeVar Ball.
Yeah, shout out to LeVar Ball. LeVar Ball called it. As soon as Melo got in the league, Jello got in the league, you know what I'm saying? All 3 of his sons. Say what you want about him. But that's Al. No PG.
Yeah. So he did
he signed a 2-way. He signed a 2-way.
Yeah, he's in the league.
Say what you want to say about him, man. But you can say he talked too much. You can say whatever. But he's spoken into existence, man. And all of them, they're there.
That man is a great dad. I don't care what nobody says. That man got believed in his 3 sons, no matter how reckless he sounded, no matter how foolish people thought he was, no matter how loud and ignorant he was. And some of it obviously was for show. Everybody in here done something at some point in time for show. And he did it, got his 15 minutes of fame, and all 3 of his sons at some point in time were on the NBA roster. You go find me somebody else that can say that. That my 3 sons that are 4 years apart.
And he created all the hype. Because Jello is not, out of all of them, he doesn't have an NBA body.
Well, Jello, Well, so I'm
You
just
said
letting
Jello.
people
Wait,
know.
you said Jello don't have an NBA body.
Yeah, he's more of a shooter. He's a shooter.
Touche the holidays. Touche, Irv. So there we go. Two families.
That's
Two
a good
families.
one, Irv. That's
And
a really good
but
one.
the holidays mom was like an all-American track star or something like that. So
Well, you know, LeVar played in the NFL practice squad. I'm just throwing it on some jokes.
That's cool. I heard, and they said the mom was a stud,
Bruh.
like a legit athlete. So
I could try out for the Jets right now. Contract.
jealous.
Like, let's be real. The worst franchise in NFL history besides my squad.
Now, but Sherm,
What you mean? Y'all winning the league right now, Sherm?
Huh? Yeah,
Y'all winning the league right now.
We tied.
The Giants, they not winning the league?
He's not a Giant. He's a Washington. He's a
Washington Giants fan. I'm a Washington fan.
Hey, look,
They might as well put that whole division in the Canadian League.
Yeah, it's called the
NFC
Least.
I know I got some people that's watching right now. I still don't believe in my Giants. I don't take him serious for 2024. I still miss Eli. That's me. Say what you want. Yeah, you can throw the Cowboys away.
NFC
Come on
Least.
now.
Cowboys is the biggest disappointment, man.
Well, I mean, Dak Prescott got hurt, man.
That was terrible before he got hurt.
Who's more disappointed than the Eagles? The Eagles are awful.
Nah, Faze. Nah, that's because you're an Eagles fan. Nah.
Sure.
I didn't expect the Eagles.
He said, watch yourself. It's an NBA cast.
But nah, we everything though, Ray. We everything.
Yeah, we talk about everything up here, Al. We gonna talk about NFL. You don't, you're a Cowboys fan, but Al, what have y'all done since 2000?
No, since 95, 96.
Damn, 96?
Yeah. What have they done? Absolutely.
They just got their first playoff win, what, 2 years ago? Like past the first round? So we can talk just about the Cowboys again, and I'm a G-Man fan. You got two in my bus since I've been alive. I'm good on mine.
Phase, what it is, as much talent. Dallas has the most talent in that division.
Definitely. But they're injured, though. I know I talk bad about the Cowboys. I was joking with Al about it, but they were injured. They just lost their starting quarterback.
Yeah.
They just lost their starting quarterback.
Andy Dalton was brought in just in case they could not keep that. That's why he was brought in. He was brought in for that reason. So he got a shot.
Hey. Hey, listen, we're young. We got a whole brand new defense. This year,
It's a nice rebuild.
We can call it a season. Let that defense get back right. And CMC get healthy. Come on, man.
Even if CMC get healthy, the Panthers ain't doing nothing.
We better than them sorry ass Giants. We be in the playoffs right now. Who's in the NFC East?
Least, bro. The NFC least, bro. NFC least.
Yeah, there you go.
Look, all I'm gonna say is the Panthers ain't winning a Super Bowl in the next 20 years. I'm sorry. You know how Sherm said, keep it real, keep it cut. I'm just letting you know that right there. Y'all not winning the Super Bowl in the next 20 years.
Hey. That's because Pat Mahomes gonna get about 7 of them. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know about 7 Phase, but he's definitely going. He gonna get his shit.
But look, my partner that said the Panther comment, he's a Steelers fan. Y'all gonna have this great regular season and get bumped out the first and second round. Watch.
What's gonna happen this second?
Well, Bud Dupree just got hurt today. He tore his ACL against the Ravens, so that was a big loss for their defense.
Watch.
I'm not about to say they're gonna get kicked out, knocked out the first round, but I think they're gonna have a hard time meeting that Patrick Mahomes. I think that's the ultimate test right there. That's the ultimate test.
Dude, man.
Yeah, he's crazy.
He just sounds like a fraud, but he's good.
No, Alphonse, no, I don't have no faith in Daniel Jones. I honestly want him to sit out and let Colt McCoy play because I'm a Texas fan, and then I'll be happy for the Giants. I don't believe in Daniel Jones. I don't. I'm giving him
Texas fan.
Yeah, I'm a Texas fan. I'm a Texas fan. Vince Young. Yeah.
Hey,
Vince
what's
Young.
up?
Vince Young.
What's up?
Vince Young. Since Vince Young.
Hey, look, Fonz is from New Hampshire. You from New Jersey. Y'all got fans everywhere. y'all fans everywhere. What's going on?
Well, I mean, I watch college football.
No, let's not.
I'm staying as a Texas fan. I'm still a Texas fan still to this day.
Let's not excuse. So you rather have Colt McCoy. Don't forget, Colt McCoy stole a lot of money from Washington the last 5 or whatever years.
I have my reasons. I feel like Eli Manning should still be my quarterback.
Since Ricky Williams, that's tough. Texas since Ricky Williams, that's tough.
This is why you making that face. This is why I don't believe in Daniel Jones. They push Eli out to go forward with Daniel Jones, but I'm just like, it's not gonna be no different. Like, there's no upgrade. There's not.
I'm gonna give you credit. I'm gonna tell you the difference.
He said somebody block him on the Eli comment. You can say what you want, man, but we got 2 of them things.
No. You're the only Giant fan that I know actually likes Eli.
Definitely.
Because everybody up here, up north, they can't stand him. And I'll be Giant fans like, look, at least I have a quarterback.
I respect the loyalty, right?
Quarterback since Joe Theismann.
I can have loyalty. My man got 2 of them things.
I respect it.
He said somebody mute my mic. Why you gotta mute my mic for? You need to mute you. You a Cowboys fan. At least I got something to go for.
Yeah, right. But Eli was 38. He's 38. He was 37, 38.
Yeah, the Giants don't have an offensive line, no matter what quarterback you put there. Until you get an offensive line.
That's even worse for him. You gotta move on.
Faise, are you an Eagles fan? I'm gonna move
Correct.
on.
Yeah, offensive line. The worst thing.
And I'll have the same energy like I have for Eli, and I'll do the same thing for Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz is good, but they don't have an offensive line.
It's bad.
They don't have an offensive line. That's why.
At some point, the Giants had to make that move because again, you're not up north. The New York media they was killing Eli. The fans so they had to make that move and go younger and try to figure out what they got. Because the truth is, you're not winning the Super Bowl with either one of them. You're not winning with either one of them. So you might as well get your youth, get this young guy in, let him develop. I don't believe in because today they just throw a lot of quarterbacks out to the fire. Because even with the Jets is the worst organization ever because they drafted Sam
Darnold.
Yeah, they drafted him, threw him out there. Now they already talking about getting rid of him. When you didn't give the kid a good support. You didn't put a good support around him. He don't have no weapons. The defense, nobody's actually doing it, but all the blame is falling on him.
They need to get rid of their coach. The offensive scheme by Adam Gase. Adam Gase needs to go. When Adam Gase was in Miami, everybody was coming at Ryan Tannehill saying he was trash. As soon as Ryan Tannehill went to Tennessee, you saw how he flourished. I think they need to get rid of Adam Gase. It's just like how you said, like they just throwing any quarterbacks out there. They throwing any. That's
what I said. Damn for.
That's the Cowboys.
That's the truth. That's the Jets are, and I'm gonna throw my Redskins. They all in the same boat, man. They all.
Yeah, but the Knicks suck. They're bad.
The Knicks suck. The only thing with Washington, we got a lot of talent and we're young, and I think that Riverboat Ron, he's gonna change the culture. You know, he's all the teams. It's a tough year for all the teams because they didn't have OTAs. They didn't have no real They didn't have a preseason at all. But he's also dealing with the cancer situation. I think as far as those teams that I named, the Redskins, the football team has a better chance with the talent to turn it around. The Jets are just terrible, man. You can I'll throw them all in the same boat.
That's what I said. Like the Knicks are just bad.
Yeah,
I don't know if the Knicks will ever get back to what they were. I don't think it'll ever happen, ever. Like I don't know because once they get rid of James Dolan, they'll make some things happen.
Yeah, because Jay, and he get, and I don't know if y'all hear down south or whatever, or Ray, you on the West Coast. That Dolan is, and I hate to say this, they try to say he's a racist, but he hired more brothers, but they just come in to get the money and go. That's the problem is they come in, get the money, and go.
They don't have a real talent evaluator. They've been at the top of the draft for a minute and keep missing.
That's
like
because
missing. You keep missing. Like the I don't think the Knicks will. I think it's going to take a whole like reset.
That's true. The Knicks, they are the place to go to die because again, they go there, get that bag, they out.
Why did Austin Rivers go to the Knicks?
Why did the Knicks sign Austin?
So you can get some shots. Exactly. You just drafted R.J. Barrett. Why are you signing a high volume shooting guard?
Well, they have Dennis Smith on the bench.
So exactly.
And they got
I think the NBA's giving up on Dennis. And I don't like that, but narrative is everything.
No, it's the Knicks. The Knicks did that, man. They did it because they wanted to put. I'm gonna tell you what happened. They wanted to push R.J. Barrett as the star, but to me, I may agree. He's a role player. He's a role player at best.
He's a good role player.
Yeah. They traded Alonzo Trier, who was the only guy on the team that could create his own shot. They benched him once they got RJ.
And who they got? They got Dennis, Frank Ntilikina. Who else are they point guards? Who started point guard?
The starting point guard was Frank.
Frank, yeah.
Nah,
they got Elfrid Payton this year.
There we go.
My bad.
Yeah. So it's just like
Elfrid was hurt for a while, and
Frank, that's why.
Yeah, he was hurt for a while.
And Brandon, I don't know if they blackballed Dennis out. Like, I think he just clearly the right decision was made in Dallas. Like, that's without a doubt the right decision.
I think how it happened, though. I don't know if y'all remember, but Mark Cuban was like, he made a comment where he basically was saying kids in America aren't learning the game the way that they are overseas. And I think it was kind of like it was more like a Luka and Dennis comparison is what a lot of people took it as. And I feel like ever since then, bro, he ain't really got no love. And I could be wrong.
But I think he's right, though. Like, and this has nothing to do with Dennis. I think at the end of the day, there's a reason why those international dudes come over here more skilled, period. Because they actually teach you how to play. And then from what I've been told, everything about the international game is that once you get a certain age and you get to a certain level, if you're not good enough, like, you know how they basically do everything with the farm system and all that stuff, like they get you in. They push you out. They're like, bro, you need to go play soccer because this ain't gonna work. Like, you can't hoop. In America, if we find a kid that can jump, he don't have to be coordinated. Think about how many bigs in the league right now that literally are just raw athletes. Like,
it's a reason behind that too, FaZe. And I gotta go, but it's a reason behind that too. And it was all planned. The NBA they sent all their best coaches across season to expand the game. Pushed all the coaches over. So over here, all you have is kids learning from AAU programs where there's really no teaching going on. There's really no skill development going on. That took place. Well, that's why the players, and that's why, Brandon, we had that a while back, and I was like, the best are probably not in the NBA. I was talking about skill wise.
Oh yeah.
A little bit of everything else too, but most of the development is going on across seas.
I agree with that, but I
development in the States.
I agree with what y'all saying.
High school ball is irrelevant today. It's irrelevant. Everything is dealt with. Yeah, everything is dealt with. And I seen this coming like 15 years ago. Everything is dealt with on the AAU level where there's no skill development. It's just get a bunch of talented kids
and throw them in the gym.
Yeah, put them out there to boost the program.
Yeah, because you can't. I mean, a true AAU team was developed for like more so local kids. Like take the kids in the Wilmington, Jacksonville, Fayetteville, that surrounding area. Let's put all them on the team. Or Fayetteville's probably too far, but like Wilmington, Jacksonville, and Brunswick County area. Put all those kids on the team. let them play. But you know, you got kids from Georgia coming and playing your team in Florida and blah blah. So the moment that started to happen, it essentially died for what it was. Like, I mean,
business.
It's 100% a business.
And then the sneakers companies got involved. And
exactly. So I can sign a kid when he's 14, so I can plug him with all the stuff that we got, and then by the time he's 18, all he's ever seen is Nikes every day. That's all he knows. So when you blow up,
and you know they got their relationship back with China. You know, China wasn't messing with the NBA because of the GM from the Rockets. So, you know, they want to push everything out there in China too. I'm just going off of what I was saying, that they're trying to push it overseas. You know, they're trying to expand. I mean, I guess that's what you're supposed to do, though, when you have a brand.
It's a business. It's a business. Yeah. It's a business. But I gotta tap out, fellas. I want to again. I appreciate Ray for the opportunity to get on. Faye, Brandon, y'all all know, man. Brandon, we got some things that we need to debate about, man. That we haven't debated.
Oh, hey, don't trip, man. Me and Faise and Brandon gonna stay on for a little bit more, for just a little bit, everybody.
I just gotta tap out.
Yeah, Sherm about to pill out, but make sure y'all tune in all the time. Sherm gonna be here. Always remember Sherm. He's our funny guy right there, and his Knicks suck. Just want to leave him out on that.
All right, man. I appreciate everybody in the comments too, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Stay tuned. All right.
All right, my dude.
All right, Sherm.
All right.
Faise and Brandon, we gonna wrap. We're not gonna wrap it up. We got a little bit more to talk about because we never really finished off about the East. We kind of got it to the football lane, and we was talking about that. But in the East, still, we didn't even talk. We didn't talk about the Bucks. We didn't really get into depth about the Bucks. Brandon, you've been chilling a little bit. I want to ask you. Giannis thought he was gonna get, Bogdanovich from the Kings. I think if they would have signed that deal with him, I think he would have signed his extension. I think he would have been happy with that. They didn't sign him. He's with a different team now. They only got Drew Holiday. They lost Wesley Matthews. 2 questions. Does Giannis stay? And can Giannis lead the Bucks to the finals?
Does he stay? My honest answer is I don't know, but if I gotta choose, I'm going to say he's out of there because just straight up, nobody's convinced that they're going to make the finals. I think they got to make the finals for him to stay. I think that's the kind of pressure the Bucks are in. And what was your second question again? Can he lead them to the finals?
Can he lead them to the NBA finals?
Can he? If Kevin Durant comes back, Kevin Durant, no. But if Kevin Durant's 75% of himself, and Kyrie's not going like he's crazy, I don't think the Celtics got any better. And I honestly think my Heat are going to be just fine, but I don't know if they go back and go to 2 straight finals. I think he can, and I think you two in particular kind of convinced me Kevin Durant's going to kind of come back very similar to what he was. And I think they have the deepest team. Well, no, I think the Heat have the deepest team in the conference, but I think the Nets are a deep squad with the best player in the conference. So I think the Nets. So I'm going to say no to both. I think he's probably going to end up leaving, come on down to South Beach. And I think
I don't think he can.
Huh?
I don't think he can.
Why?
Hold on. Before you say what you say, Faise, you said that you don't think they're deep. They got DJ Augustine. I'm just throwing these names out who the Bucks have.
Yeah.
They got Bobby Portis. They got Byron Forbes. Then they got Torian Craig that played with the Nuggets. Torrey Craig. Yeah, Torrey Craig. He's good. And they got Nick Stauskas. I don't know if you guys remember him. He used to be in the league.
Came back from Europe.
Yeah, came back from Europe. So
I still like I get that. I still like the Nets roster. And
the Nets is stupid deep. Stupid deep.
I think my boys and down there in the South Beach got the deepest squad. But Jimmy Butler, not Kevin Durant. He ain't Giannis. I'm not tripping on that. I love Jimmy Butler, but he ain't those two guys. Yeah. But I think if KD comes back and he's relatively the same player, which a lot of people in these pickup runs are saying that he is, then I think the Nets are going to make it, and I think that's going to show Giannis like I can't win here, whether that's the truth or not. And as long as the Heat don't bounce out the Bucks next year, I think he coming down to South Beach, and Kawhi and my boy might join him. Who knows?
We're gonna leave that out the way. Faise, you just have to throw this in there. See, that's where you lose me. But Faise, what do you think? Same thing that rose for you. Can he lead them to the finals, and will he stay?
Can he lead them to the finals? Can he lead that team to the finals? No. You know, there's only one person that I think can lead that team to the finals, and that's LeBron James. Because at the end of the day, he can play point guard. So they don't have that's just Giannis can't do that. Everything else, him and LeBron kind of, you know, they kind of match up with. If we're talking about strictly from a number standpoint, scoring the ball, shooting the ball, rebounding the ball, playing defense. But as far as that, no. And here's why. You have to be a special type of dude, and I've been saying this the whole time, and I really need people to really, really understand this. Al, he cannot lead them because his second best player is Chris Middleton, dog.
That's why we ain't say nothing. That's why we ain't. Hey, Al. That's why we ain't say nothing.
I don't think y'all.
Now his second best player is Drew Holiday, so you can't say that anymore. You can't say that anymore.
No, second best player is still Chris Middleton. And
Chris Middleton better than Drew?
Are you asking me who I'd rather take? I'd rather take Drew Holiday, but I mean, I got to go with the dude that got 2 All-Star appearances back to back. I mean, he didn't get that by for fun. He didn't get that.
Drew has one under his belt.
Yeah, he's got one, and I get it. But
Al, the 2-time MVP thing, you know, regular season. Regular season don't matter.
What does 2-time MVP mean? What does that mean?
Because he's an MVP in the regular season, but then when they meet up with some dogs, aka the Raptors, 2 years ago with Miami, I didn't see 2 times MVP. I didn't.
So Holiday, like I said, gives them an upgrade, but it doesn't put them up to where they need to be. Hey, hold up, Chris gets buckets, but he does. But is if you had to name everybody's second best player, are you gonna choose Chris Middleton as that dude that you want to use? No.
Hey, my argument was always this. I said that you ain't gonna go to the finals with Eric Bledsoe being your starting point guard. Now, Bled being your point guard off the bench, and that's no disrespect to Bled. I just don't think that Bled as being your starting point guard is the same thing you said about Patrick Beverly. That's why I said the Clippers.
That's exactly what I said.
You got to have a solid point guard. You know what I'm saying? That has to be your leader.
And I feel the same way about.
But they have Drew Holiday now. Drew that dude.
I get you.
I like you. Yeah.
Drew that dude.
I get you. But are you going? Is your second best?
That's not a second best player anymore, though. It's Drew.
So
it's Drew.
Let's say it's not the second best player. The second best dude on your team that can put the ball in the hoop is Chris.
It's Drew.
No. Chris, let's not get nothing twisted. Chris Middleton scored that thing better than Drew Holiday now. Let's not get nothing crazy. Let's not go crazy.
I don't agree with that.
You're crazy.
I don't agree with that.
Let's not get crazy.
I don't agree.
I think it's fairly the same.
As like how you talk about with this is just a comparison because you know back when we were talking about Kuzma and Tatum, I always used to say that Kuzma can score and he did. He could put the ball in the basket, he'd get it easy. But what you always used to say, Tatum has the more complete game. That's what you said. So this is the same thing I'm gonna do for Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton. They both can score, but Drew Holiday, you know about Drew. Don't do that.
I do. You know Drew.
Don't do that.
I rock with Drew Holiday. Very underrated dude. But long story short, do I think he can lead them? No. Do I think they make it? No. I think the Eastern Conference Finals will.
I agree, Al.
A mixture of the Nets and I'm either between the Heat.
The Bucks can make it. Well, they can make it. They can make it to the conference finals.
I don't know, bro. They didn't make it in the East is stronger this year than it was last year.
But like how you said though, like this is a new this is a new year and they have Drew Holiday.
They have some better pieces.
They have a point guard now. Like,
well, here's the biggest issue. They should have never let Malcolm Brogdon walk out the door. I'd have never let that man walk out the door. Never.
I agree.
Should have never let him walk out the door.
What they get for him?
Huh?
No,
What they get for him?
I think he just went away.
Nobody. He left.
That's right. That's
He's
right.
out.
Speaking of Brogdon, we talked about the Bucks. We talked about what about the Pacers?
See, that's what I'm saying.
What
There's
about
so
the
many
Pacers?
So if the Bucks met up with the Pacers in the second round, if the Bucks and the Pacers met up, or let's say they met up in the first round, the 3 against the 6. Let's say they met up in the first round. Is everybody gonna say the Bucks definitely gonna win that series?
No, Pacers.
No. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say.
Shout out to Miles Turner too, man. Got the podcast coming out in about 2 or 3 weeks. I had to sit down with Miles Turner. Shout out to him. Make sure y'all tune into that.
Word to Miles Turner, bro. We appreciate that for real. But that's what I'm saying. If you take each team in the East, with the exception of like Orlando, who's usually at the bottom? Orlando.
Well, the Hawks are going to be in there now.
The Hawks would be like 7. Yeah, my Hornets might creep in there. We almost made it this year. The
Hornets, and then Washington. Washington didn't make the playoffs.
Washington might creep. Yeah, Washington will probably. So think about that. With the exception of those bottom teams, if I told you the Bucks had to play the Pacers in the first round, what you gonna say?
I say go to the 7.
There you go. And what if I say they got to play the Raptors in the first round?
6 or 7.
But seven don't. That means it's a toss up.
They beat Raptors in 6. Well, just because Toronto, them little suckers, they play hard. But I'm still taking the Bucks against the Raptors, especially with Drew Holiday there.
There's a possible chance of that. Al. There's a chance of your statement right here that could be true.
But do you see what I'm saying? So like that's why I just don't trust the Bucks. Like if you told me the Heat, the Nets, what if they play the Sixers in the first round? The Bucks and the Sixers.
We didn't even get on the Sixers. I was waiting on them for last.
So who you taking if they in the first round? No,
Bucks.
Drew Holiday is tough, man. Drew Holiday never had no team. Hold on.
No. Huh? So Drew Holiday, the single move for Drew Holiday automatically catapults them to Eastern Conference Finals. Just Drew Holiday alone.
Oh, I don't think anything is guaranteed in that conference besides the Nets if Kevin Durant's where he's supposed to be. But I definitely like the Bucks matching up with the Sixers because let's just face it, if Giannis want Ben Simmons not to score, that's just what it's gonna be. Like Ben Simmons can cancel it.
Well, the Bucks lost Lopez too. They lost Lopez. I forgot to say that.
Yeah. So who's stopping Joel there?
I have Lopez.
And Joel gonna get his. Who stopped Joel in the first round last year?
Nobody.
He gonna get his. But
so
until Ben Simmons can knock down a jump shot consistently, the Sixers will never reach their full potential. And I've been on saying that for years. And that's why they're never going to reach their full potential.
That's never going to happen. It's not him. He's not trying to be that guy that does that. That's not him.
Which to me doesn't make sense because, like, I've been playing basketball since I was like 5 or 6. The first thing I do is shoot. Like, I don't get how you play basketball for that long and don't know how to, like, knock down.
Some people are I agree with you. I do, but some people just went their whole life being great at what they can do, and nobody can stop them. So they feel like why? Like you feel me?
But that's OD though. That's OD.
I mean,
like Rondo could make a shot. Like Ben Simmons completely cannot shoot a jumper.
I think it also just speaks to how
Ben Simmons could get downhill and dunk on you crazy.
But I also think it speaks to how mentally weak he is. I think that's what it speaks to. I think it speaks to just how mentally weak he is. Like Rondo can't shoot, but Rondo knows I can dominate the game another way so much to where you're gonna have to respect what I do and dominate it. Like Rondo was probably the Lakers' third best player in this when it came down to it at the end. You know what I'm saying? So
Rondo.
Yeah, so legit. He was the third best player when he got out, and if you know hoops, you know he was the third best player because when he got on the floor, the plus minus, I don't even need to see his plus minus. I know it's something off the wall. I know it is. And then he made Dwight Howard look fantastic because he got him in the right spot, got him where he needed to be. He got Kuzma in his rhythm. Like, so,
trying to get AD.
Yeah, he got AD in his, when AD was struggling, he got AD to get going. So I think that it shows, and I hate that, I don't want to talk bad about Ben Simmons, but I think that's the mental part of his game where he can't scrum himself up enough to shoot a 15-footer and be like, all right, I might miss 6 in a row, but when the shot clock is at 3 and we down 2 with 5 seconds left in the game or a minute and a half left in the game, I'm gonna knock this shot down. Rondo's gonna do that. So I don't know. I'm not huge on. I just can never. Ben Simmons got the same thing with me with Paul George. I just don't trust you. I can't trust you.
Okay, so we got out. We talked about the Pacers. We talked about the Sixers. Now, obviously, we talked about the Knicks and the Bucks and the Celtics. Well, we didn't really get into depth about the Celtics. They didn't really make no moves this offseason. They still have their same team. They lost Gordon Hayward, which you think they needed to get rid of Hayward.
I think that was a game.
You think that was a game? And to your argument too, Faise, Kemba was hurt.
I mean, Kemba still got to show up though. Still got to show up.
Yeah.
I think you need to get rid of Gordon Hayward, but I think you need to get something for him. And how he left, like literally, I don't trust anybody on the bench for Boston besides Tice. And come on, dog, like it's Daniel Tice, like.
Yeah, you got to get something for him. They should have got something for him.
They got Jeff Teague and Tristan Thompson.
Oh, they got Jeff Teague.
Yeah, they got Jeff Teague.
Oh,
that's a good big on Jeff Teague at this point in his career. He's
a serviceable backup. If we consider DJ Augustine solid, then Jeff Teague is solid.
I didn't consider DJ Augustine solid.
Is Brad Wanamaker solid? Because if Brad Wanamaker is solid, then Jeff Teague is solid.
And for the fact that you thought about it, that's a yes. That's a yes. So don't even do that.
Okay. Let me put it to you like this then. Okay, fine. If you want to say all 3 of them are solid, that's cool. But a team like the Boston
that's the next
Celtics,
team I'm about to talk about too.
Hawks.
Boy.
Yeah.
The Boston Celtics are trying to get over that hump to get to the finals. And my thing with the Clippers, you make a little bit of like small moves, but are you making moves to put you over the hump? And for me, Jeff Teague, losing Gordon Hayward, losing Ennis, and who else did they lose? Wanamaker, and getting Jeff Teague and Tristan Thompson for it, like that's not putting you over the hump. So yes, they're solid.
I don't know where Marquis at,
but I don't know. They got to do a little bit more.
They need one more person. They need another.
No, they don't. I'm telling you what they really need, and it's okay. He had his first year. It's whatever. No, you know what I'm about to say. They don't really need nobody. They have what they need. They got Kemba Walker. Kemba has to play. No, listen, bro. Tatum is
you want to throw Kemba under the bus.
No, I'm not throwing him. No, you just know because you were saying I'm just coming at you right now. Like not coming at you, but just you were saying they need to get somebody. And like, no, they have everything that they need for real. They just need that Kemba to play like how he played in Charlotte. And if he plays like that, if he plays like that, that opens the game up more. And it's like, who can you guard? And now you got a backup point guard, Jeff Teague, who was a solid starter in the NBA for multiple years.
Do they have a better roster than the Nets?
No.
Do they have a better roster than the Bucks?
Well, you don't want my opinion on that.
I'm gonna tell you this. Yeah. They have better chemistry than the Nets.
Do they have a better roster than the Heat?
They have better chemistry than the Nets.
Do they have a better roster than the Heat?
That's always been my argument to everything. Chemistry.
So what 3 players on the Bucks? So you go Giannis, Middleton, and Drew, and then you go Tatum, Kemba, and Jaylen Brown. I don't see nothing completely swaying towards the Bucks. It don't sway all the way towards the Bucks.
Jaylen Brown. Literally, the Celtics only win one matchup there, and that's Jaylen Brown over Chris Middleton. That's barely.
Are you saying Drew Holiday is better than Kemba Walker?
I'm saying they're on the same level.
I agree. I can agree.
I thought you said he was better. I was saying
they're on the same level. On the same level.
And what helps Drew is Drew can guard. So that helps.
Well, I mean,
He guard.
I mean, we're gonna throw this out there. Giannis is definitely over Tatum. He's definitely
Yeah. Give it.
Jalen, I think this coming season, and people in my group chat, my homeboys, they know I've been giving Jaylen Brown a hard time. I think Jaylen Brown goes banana this season.
Yes.
What? What you about to? I think Kimba is solid, but I think what Ray don't understand is Kimba was in a place where you're coming from Charlotte, where you get all the shots, you get all the touches, to where you're trying to go to a team, and you literally just talked about chemistry. You're trying to build chemistry with two younger guys who are more talented.
Who are better.
Kyrie went down there and literally screwed up everything that was going on in Boston. Kimba's not trying to do that. Is that not fair?
That is fair. I'm not gonna go against what you just said. That is fair. But Kimba and Kyrie are two different, mental type of people. You know what I'm saying? They're two different people. So I just want to throw that in there. But he said bananas. But nah, man, I think if Kemba Walker plays like that, if he plays up to his potential, like how he played in Charlotte, I know you're saying chemistry and everything like that, but it ain't like he's not getting his shots or his touches. It's not like that. He has to hit his shots. He gotta hit his shots.
It's not the same though. It's not the same.
I feel it. I mean, but we're gonna go back up.
Instead of kicking it to Miles Bridges, you got to kick that thing to Jason Tatum. It's different.
Chill.
Is it not?
At the time, he had Jeremy Lamb.
Bro, let my dog Miles Bridges live. Let my dog Miles Bridges live. Relax, bro.
Now, but let's talk about the Hawks, though.
What we got on the Hawks? Yeah.
Let's talk about the Hawks. They got Rondo. They got Bogdanovich, from the Sacramento. I still feel like Cam Reddish is gonna.
He'll be fine.
Yeah, I think Cam Reddish is gonna be that guy. They got who else they got over there off the top? They got Collins still there.
Let's go.
They got a solid little. Here you go with this Wake Forest stuff.
I think
they need to pay my dog.
The Hawks made the playoffs this year.
Yes, and I think they had the best offseason in the sense of where you look at growth. Obviously, the Lakers probably had the best offseason, but when you're talking about from where team was
they got Clint. They still got Clint.
If we're talking about from where they're going to be last year to where they're going to be this year, I think the Hawks had the best offseason.
So Trey's your point guard. Who's your two, DeAndre Hunter or the white kid?
Bogdan from Sacramento.
So what's hurt of him? What's hurt of him?
They got
the backup
they got Gallinari.
Yes.
Dino. So who's not playing there?
Reddish is the backup 3. Hurdle's the backup.
Where's DeAndre Hunter going?
Backup 4.
DeAndre Hunter?
Yeah.
From Virginia.
He's the backup 4.
No, he's not.
He's a starter. He started this year.
He started at the 2 this year. At the 2.
I'm saying, who is he starting over?
That's what I'm telling you. They're going to have some problems because some people aren't going to play. Like, dude,
they're going to play. They're just not going to start.
No,
they're just going to move him to the 4.
Look at it.
He played the 4 at Virginia, basically.
No. He played the 2 and the 3 for them, for the Hawks. But this is what I'm trying to tell you.
Well, she's about to change.
Trey Young, right? Then let's say you go with Bogdanovich.
No, he's definitely starting.
Then you go with Dino. Then you go with John.
Gallinari's going to the 4. They're going to have Harrier be at the 3.
No, so Collins starting
where's
at 4.
Collins going?
5. Damn.
Where's Clint going? That's what
Hey,
I'm saying.
this depth chart has Hurdle at the 2, Bogdan at the 3, Collins at the 4,
Clint at the 5,
and Gallinari coming off the bench as the backup 4, and Hunter the backup 3.
Nope. It's gonna be Dino. Dino's gonna be at that 3. Danilo, whatever his name is, at that 3.
Gallinari.
Clint is gonna be at that 5. Collins is gonna be at that 4. Trey is at that 1, and the dude from Sacramento is gonna be at that 2. Then you got Rondo, the backup point guard. Then you got Herter. Then you got Reddish and Hunter.
I like him. He's good.
I don't know who the backup 5 man is, but only 10 dudes play anyway. So
You think they put Cam Reddish to the bench?
Got to. I think them signing Dino.
What you mean?
I think them signing Dino basically said, we got to take somebody out of rotation.
You don't believe the hype, Irv?
I think they made the playoffs. I think they're 8th seed, 7.
8. So then I mean Orlando's not making it.
Who they got? Vucevic, Gordon, Terrence Ross. Ooh, they lost DJ Augustine. Then there's solid start.
They got Markelle Fultz. And they still got Michael Carter Williams. And they just drafted
Who'd you say, Markelle Fultz?
Markelle Fultz. Don't do like he's straight. He's straight.
He's okay. Yeah, he's okay.
Hold on. He said, bro, the Lakers signed two people
can't space and play D.
What's your argument right here, Al? Like, you think the Lakers didn't make the right moves this offseason? Where are you getting at with this?
I get he's talking about Schroeder. I think the Hawks will make the playoffs, Irv. I think it's going to be 8, though. That team's too good. Dino just came off of playing with a really good point guard. Danilo, I keep saying his name wrong.
Let's say Gallinari. That's it.
Yeah, Gallinari just came off playing with a really good point guard. They got Rondo. He's going to be a great backup mentor to Trae Young. The Lakers had the best offseason pickup.
Overall, I agree. I think they did.
I don't know if the Lakers had the best offseason. It sounds like to me the Hawks did. I didn't know they picked up all of them. I didn't know that.
When you just won a championship, it was good, little B-Month.
Little B.
Ain't
no in the world.
When you just won a championship and you added all these players to the best player in the world and damn near debatable, the second or third, however you want to do it. I'm not coming at Kevin Durant, I'm just saying how Anthony Davis plays. You feel me? When you add them to the team like that, and then you get the 6th man of the year, the runner-up 6th man, then you get a center, Marc Gasol, who still can play in the league.
You forget they got Marc Gasol.
And then they got Wesley Matthews, who's a bigger upgrade to Danny Green. And then you're adding them to the Lakers with LeBron and AD. I think that's the best offseason.
I agree. I just think the Hawks are going to have the biggest growth from their offseason.
No, not at you. We're talking with Al right now. Al said that
he doesn't think the Lakers have best offseason, which I understand. I mean, Marc Gasol's older, so he's going to have to.
He said Wesley Brick. That's the same thing. That's the same thing they were saying about when KCP. You know, your game elevates when you play with Bron.
Except for Danny Green, and we know I love me some Danny Green, man. That's my boy. But damn,
hey, that boy Danny got him one, man. Let Danny shoot. Danny got 3 of them things. No?
Hey, Danny's the first player to have 3 different championships with 3 different teams. No, I'm lying. I was trying to make a joke about LeBron to get ready.
Does Danny have 4? Does Danny have 4?
Nah, Danny got 3.
He didn't get 2 with the Spurs.
Then he got 1 with them.
I thought he got 2 with the Spurs for some reason. I don't know why.
There was supposed to win, but then Ray Allen happened.
Okay. But Danny got back-to-back.
Don't make that smirk. I see you got a little happy about that, Brandon.
Danny got back-to-back.
He got back-to-back for sure.
That's tough.
He got back-to-back.
Danny that guy. But
so let's kind of wrap it up here.
Yeah.
He said Rondo.
Yeah, that's what I said that.
Rondo was the most important player to the team because he could run the offense with LeBron on the bench. Right. For sure, I agree. And I think Schroeder is. I'm not saying he's Rajon Rondo. I know I'm not, but I think he can run a team. Being with with the type of stars around him, with other players around, I think his game would be great.
Can we say X factor? I don't know about most important player. Is that fair?
Here's why I can agree with most important, because I think I really don't know they're not in that position. But like, I think he's speaking of outside of LeBron. I mean, outside of LeBron. That's why I say he was. I think he was the third best player in that series. I mean,
that's
or
why I
not
say X factor.
Okay, him or KCP. Him or KCP.
KCP was solid. He hit some timely shots and all that. But Rondo literally was able to play with. Here's why Rondo was so important. You could put Rondo out there with any lineup and he was successful.
Mm-hmm.
So like when he had to play off the ball, he hit shot. When he had to play on the ball, he passed it to the right people. His man didn't score on him that often. So he literally, like I said, I would love to see his plus minus. I know it's off the wall. I know it's got to be off the wall. So, but now go ahead, Ray. Let's close it up. What you thinking?
Yeah. Oh, I just I wanted to say, give me your 8 teams who will make it in the East, and then we'll do the West. But right now, I'm gonna go first.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think this is no order. I'm just giving you 8 teams because I don't got time to do the order stuff. Got the Nets for sure making the playoffs. Got the Heat for sure making the playoffs. The Pacers for sure making the playoffs. The Raptors for sure making the playoffs. The Celtics for sure making the playoffs. I think now that Russell Westbrook is now on the East with Bradley Beal, and Bradley Beal's pissed off that he didn't get no recognition from the league, I think the Wizards will make the playoffs. I think the Hawks will make the playoffs. Now the last team is – I didn't say Orlando. I didn't say Charlotte. I didn't say –
I feel like there's 2 teams we missing. I
say
think Orlando's losing their spot, but who else?
I said the Nets.
Say Philly.
Oh, I didn't say Philly.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't say Philly. There it is. Philly, yeah. I think the Hawks will get in. I want the Hornets to get in. I do. I think they could have made it last year.
Give us time.
Hot take that we could probably argue over the next 30 minutes. Are the Hornets better than the Bulls?
They should be.
Should they?
They should be. Yeah.
Why?
Because do the Bulls have anybody like Gordon Hayward? Oh, they got Zach LaVine. I'm tripping. I forgot about Zach.
Before he got hurt.
I forgot about Zach. I did. I forgot about Zach.
And my prediction for most improved, that young fella out of Goldsboro and then Chapel Hill, my boy KOPY. He getting them starter minutes this year, baby.
You think he'll get most improved?
He's my pick.
They said they're gonna play him like they did Jamal Murray. So they said they don't want to play him like that.
Yeah, you talking about Laurie, Laurie.
Laurie Malarkin.
Yeah, he'll be back because he was injured.
He's tough.
Otto Porter.
Otto Porter got to play. Otto Porter he got to play. He got to stay healthy. That's Otto Porter.
Otto Porter's made out of wet tissue paper.
They got Wendell Carter. And they got Thaddeus. They got Thaddeus Young.
Thaddeus Young.
And they got a new coach, right?
That's what I said. The new coach said he's gonna play KOPY like Jamal Murray.
And KOPY gonna get these baskets.
Do a little bit of everything.
But
KOPY get these baskets.
But I gave y'all my 8 teams. Brandon, who's your 8 teams?
Make sure I get it. Brooklyn, Miami, Milwaukee, Indiana, Philly, Boston. Who's the other team I'm missing? I think the Hawks are the safe bet to sneak in there this year.
That's 7. You got one more.
It's a good team I'm missing. Who did I not say? Help me out.
You said the Nets. I think you didn't say the Raptors.
Raptors. That's my 8.
So that's the same thing. I think we agree. I think no. I said the Wizards. I left the team out.
That's what I was saying. You had 2, but I think we came to realize that you said the Sixers, but you never did touch on it. You didn't have the Sixers make it.
I don't think I said the Raptors.
Yeah. So I'm saying it's gonna be harder than you think. That's what I'm saying.
The race for the bottom 2 seed in the East are going to be very competitive.
It's going to be the Wizards and the Hawks at the bottom.
Hey, the Magic didn't lose anybody either. I know.
It's crazy how we just left out the Magic too, and they make the playoffs. It's crazy how we just throw them out there. Like we just give them.
But some teams made some significant upgrades to jump them. Like the Wizards were like 2 or 3 games out, and they added Russell Westbrook. So, I mean, that was without John Wall. So I can't imagine them not.
That playing game will be needed this year.
For sure.
For sure.
What about you, Face? Who are your 8 teams?
I got the no order, but I'm going to do it in order because it'll help me pick them out. But I got the Nets, the Bucks, the Bucks, the Heat, the Raptors, the Sixers, Wizards.
Which one?
Who am I missing?
Pacers
for sure. And
you only have 5 right now. You forgot Philly.
No, I said Sixers. Did you get the Wizards?
No, I didn't get the Wizards.
Wizards.
7. So now it leaves for the Hornets, the Hawks, Orlando.
I'd take the Hawks based off of what we said.
So I think we all agree on the same thing. And Al said you should do. Oh no, Brandon. He said you should do a Charles Barkley voiceover.
I gotta cut my hair first, man. I'm about to get this Jimmy Butler cut first, but then I got you.
The alarm, didn't you?
Yeah. All right. So wrap it up now. We'll say the West. The West. I guess I'm gonna do the same thing like how you did, Face. That will help us out a lot more. Mm-hmm. Lakers 1. Number 2, I'm gonna have if healthy, Mavericks 2.
Yeah.
If healthy. 3, I'll have the Nuggets. I don't care if you have the Nuggets at number 2. 2 or 3, don't matter. 4, Rockets. I think John about to come at people neck this year. I think he got something to prove. 5, Suns. That's me. That's how I feel.
What?
That's how I feel. When it's your go, you can do your thing. 6, Clippers. 7, actually 6, Golden State. Clippers 7. And then 8. Oh God, this is outrageous. Blazers.
What? So Memphis, Utah, and Pelicans, Grizzlies.
I didn't say Memphis.
Memphis, Pelicans, Grizzlies, Spurs. None of them are making it. Okay. Go ahead, B.
That's what I think.
I'm gonna try to do order, but it's probably not gonna be my true order because I need to sit down and do a paper for the Western Conference. Lakers, Denver, Clippers, Mavs, Blazers, Suns, Rockets. CSI is not gonna be order. And the 8. Damn.
You didn't even say Blazers.
I did say Blazers. Oh, the Warriors. I'm tripping. The Warriors, 8.
See, sidebar to Al. He said, Clay hurt. You still have the Warriors, bro. Yes, I do have the Warriors still in the playoffs. I don't see why y'all like y'all tripping, man. Stephen Curry is a problem. Stephen Curry is a problem. They're gonna make the playoffs.
I don't think people realize how good Kelly Oubre is, but I think
they're gonna find out who James Wiseman is. that's what they're gonna really find out. Because I don't think a lot of people watch college basketball and watch what he did. He was going crazy at Memphis, and he could do everything. And the Warriors finally have a big man. That's all I'm saying. But what about you, Face?
I got the cheat, so I got to write it down. I got Lakers, Nuggets, Warriors, Blazers, Jazz, Rockets, Clippers, and I can't decide an 8th team. I'm leading between the Suns, the Pelicans, and I want to say the Spurs, but they're so up and down, so inconsistent. Or they're like always right there, right at the hump. I'm gonna say the Suns just because of Jay Crowder. Obviously, Chris Paul and Devin Booker helped, but like I forgot about Jay Crowder.
Cam Johnson, bro, chill. Carolina.
Bro, go ahead, bro.
Hey, don't disrespect. He was killing in the bubble.
Bro, go ahead, bro.
So that's, I think we all on the same page, kind of. I got the Suns being the top 5 team just because I think Devin Booker finally has a solid point guard. That's my argument. Of course, anybody can, disagree. It's fine with that. We'll see how that pans out. And I think that's what we can leave it off right there. I think that was a solid. Thank you for everybody for joining in today. You know what I'm saying? This was our first time actually doing this live. We're gonna keep doing this. So make sure you tell a friend. The next time y'all come in here, share it now so anybody can know it. You see on the left side of the screen, follow us at Raes Podcast. I have everything always coming up, updates about everything. And this is not an NBA only talk show. We talk about everything here. Anything that you want to talk about, we talk about it. And if you want to be a guest, I can invite you. You could come here too, and you could talk your talk. Appreciate Brandon, top left. And then as always, my guy Face, top right.
Already.
Make sure you go on YouTube, subscribe to the channel at Raes Podcast. And if you don't like watching videos, we're on a podcast app, Anchor app, all of that. Spotify at Raes Podcast. Leave a review and subscribe. Anything y'all guys got to say before I close it out?
No, I just appreciate everybody joining in, chiming in. We love the debate and the fact that you guys at least knew what y'all were talking about. Like, that's what was good. That was the cool part. I'm going to let y'all live with the Anthony Davis and Dwayne Wade thing. We're going to go back to that another day. I'm going to let y'all live. But no, it was dope, though. I enjoyed it. We definitely live. I think it was the best way to do it. So, for sure. Chill this weekend. Yo, all right, get off here, bro. You got to get off. Chris, good.
Chris,
we getting out of pocket.
Hey, Chris, control what you can control.
And that's real disrespectful too. Malik Beasley got the nerve to say that. Yo, come on, man.
Hey, he really out here not giving a damn.
Malik
not
Beasley,
giving one damn.
But what I'm saying is, why would you? I don't care about what he's doing. But my thing is, why would you? The boy mom or the boy just said, control what you can control to give himself peace of mind, and then you gonna go turn around and say that? Like, come on, man.
What'd she say? What'd she do?
So he said, he tweeted, control what you can control. He said, I'm good over here. That's what Scottie Pippen Jr. said. Then Malik Beasley today gonna tweet, control what you can control.
He definitely tweeted that. I did not want to speak on this. That was so disrespectful. I have nothing to say to that. First of all, I don't know what she got going on. I would just stay out of it.
Look, man, even on a deeper note, a deeper conversation, it's crazy because if that was a dude doing that to a woman, like a 47, 48-year-old man preying on a 25-year-old woman, come on, man. Come on. We wouldn't even, they'd be like, yo, this dude's sick. He's got issues, but she's good. She's scotch-free getting passed around like the Warriors offense. It's wild, man. I ain't mean to talk about your mom, Scottie Pippen Jr. That's on me, bro. I shouldn't have said that.
That boy said Miss Pimpin'.
Hey, man, we gonna leave it off.
We out.
Man. Appreciate everybody, man. Again, like I said, we're gonna keep doing this often, so make sure y'all stand out. Look for it. As you can see, follow us at Raes Podcast. Be a lot more. And if you want to come in the show next time, let me know. We'll invite you in.
We love to have anybody on, man. Holla at us.
Love to have you in, man. So what it is and what it ain't. If you don't like what we got to say, join the debate. Copy.